A hybrid automobile project runs an agile software track and a predictive electronic track. 2 tracks. Okay, hybrid project management. Incidentally, delays accumulating halfway into the project due to misalignment between releases between the 2 tracks. Okay, yeah. What should the project manager do to improve this situation? Okay, so you have one track agile, another track predictive. They have their own release milestones or processes, and there is no alignment between it. And that is creating issues and overall delays. Sometimes this guy is waiting, the predictive guy is waiting, something adaptive guy is waiting. So this is happening here. So how should I do? How should I handle it as a project manager? Let's look at the options. Develop an integrated project schedule for both tracks. Yeah. Improve communication by revisiting the communication management plan. Okay. Conduct retrospective with an agile track to identify improvements. Assign team leaders for both the tracks to ensure alignment. So you have 2 managers taking care of the track and you are a super manager on top of it. Okay, so all 4 options. Which one you would like to take? Okay, so let's look at one by one. And I believe there is some value in all the 4 options, but they might lack something. And that's why we may need to pick something else. So one thing is developing an integrated project schedule for both the tracks. It might be a difficult thing because agile team might not have a clear understanding of what all deliverables will come over a period of time. That's why they are agile. Yeah. So they may not be able to predict. And even if they predict, they may not be able to achieve it. If they can predict it and achieve it, then they are no more agile. So it might be a very attractive thing to do for a project manager. Like project manager might be very happy to do it if it is possible. But in the agile world, it's not possible because I can't have a one project schedule because the agile track is not having that much predictability. So that's why it goes out. Now, improve communication by revisiting the communication management plan. Now, the overall idea here is there seems to be a collaboration and communication issue. So for me, that if you have a different release date, if you are unable to track what is happening, unable to see that because of some change request, a predictive thing might be delaying something or the agile guys are delaying something. So there is an overall lack of communication and which might need to be improved by introducing some joint planning meeting, joint review meetings, sharing of information, some information radiators, some dashboards. So I may need to revisit my whole communication process. And that seems to be a great idea. So I can say that for me, the option B is the one. Because it is saying we need to revisit our communication management plan. So don't think of that just creating a new document. It is just not about creating a document as a communication management plan, but it is about coming up with the right strategy for communicating. Now, conduct retrospective with an agile team to improve. Maybe a good idea, but the problem is just not limited to agile team. The problem is also in the predictive team. So just focusing and working with the agile team and doing lesson learns or retrospective meeting with them might not solve the problem. Yeah, so that goes out. The final option, assign team leaders for both the tracks to ensure alignment. Now, it might be at some extent needed, which can be covered in communication management plan, but I don't see that there is a need for centralized management. Yeah, there is no clear indication which is saying that centralized management will solve the problem. You may need to have some communication channel in which you may have some information getting exchanged by a particular person, but that seems to be a part of communication management plan if needed. And we don't have a clear idea to in the question to tell that we need 2 managers to handle and facilitate these particular alignments. Yeah. So and talk to each other. Possibly they are needed. If they are needed, they can fairly included that particular whole process in the communication management plan itself. So out of B and D, I see the B is more agile, more systematic, more integrated. And that's why I pick up the option B, which is saying improve communication by revisiting the communication management plan. You can revisit in a multiple way. There could be many other options, but again, in the PMP exam, we need to pick up the option out of our available options.